thankfully, is coming to an end soon. This was in the Dallas Hoops Journal. There was also an article by Baxter Holmes from ESPN today detailing, outlining, chronicling what it's been like.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Opening play, and Stroud will throw it. And his first look is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's second and 10.
The past 6 years during this time in LA. But I just want to get your opinion. You hear the situation in Saga going on. Before we talk, keep squad that they have coming on paper for this season.
It's
nice. I mean, we can talk about the past and game down, but you know, when he was making these demands, he was
on the ground. This is
Joe Chip, Finals MVP, so I'm pretty sure, you know, to come to the Clippers squad, the man did a lot of stuff. He wasn't going to get him out of from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss. He was asking for everything that he is on.
Calling a game of 6 on the
like you're talking about where he was at that moment in time, so you know you couldn't match him.
6 yards here if they hope to move the change.
So for them to match it, they have to give extra shit.
Finding Nixon here again.
If he said, I will ask Malibu for shit, I'm going to go. I'm going to bring shit down to like whoever he wanted in that moment in time.
Here's Tommy Townsend on the punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Come on. 180. Thanks a lot. 180.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The Ravens at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's Jackson. And Walker has it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Stroud sets up the play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
A loss of 7 yards. It's 2nd down.
Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. Stroud now on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And Stroud now to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy to hold on to. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, you'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Over the middle, complete. That's Walker. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2 at the 42-yard line.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Jackson, option right. Powers through. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Nice pickup. 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Oh, we're ready. 180. 180. It's up.
To throw is Jackson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before, getting his feet down. What'd you say, dotting the...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Derrick Henry, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens add 6 to their lead on his loop for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Here we go.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Give them a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised them there with that blitz on first down, but give them credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now Stroud. And this throw is going to be incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
And this offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Stroud. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
4th down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Houston.
Here goes Stroud again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Here we go.
Mixing up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. That is a big fella, Nabi Matabike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Flowers. Here's 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up
Jackson going to change things up a bit.
Hey, hey. Yo. No, we changed it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 33 yards that time.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way. and they continue to move the ball downfield.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing is Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
The 28-yard line.
First down carry for Henry. Able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage.
Two things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Jackson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, on is Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have the kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Dances by him. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. And a
touchdown, Houston! Nico Collins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Now Jackson going to shift him around. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And got his man complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, Ozzie, sit up. Ready. Ready, shot.
They go play action now. Jackson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Hey, middle. 180. Ready, shot.
Here's Jackson to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. And his kick is indeed good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much trained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Jackson now. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way, because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Play action. Now Jackson. Short one there, caught by Likely. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Yo.
Jackson. In trouble, and he's taken down. And And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Now Lamar changing the play.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Ready?
They go play action with Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only do they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try to run through with Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Here's Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
3rd and goal.
Play action. It's Jackson. Well, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Ravens field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he'll give it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Now their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
And a short pickup to about the 25.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
From the 25, here's second down and 7. Stroud to throw it. This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
All right.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Stroud. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Tony.
Stroud and company going for it. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. Stroud. Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
First down, Texan.
Stroud looking to throw.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now it's Jackson.
He'll get this to Flowers, left side.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Throwing is Jackson.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
And the Texans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. He'll air this one out for Kirk.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of
Throwing again is Stroud. And looking for Cook, but this pass is intercepted. Picked up by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Jackson. And Walker has it. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
180. 180. 1 shot. Go ahead.
Inside handoff, Henry. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Hey, Alpha, sit up. 180. 180. Shot. Sit up.
On second down, here's the option.
And he gets it down to the 32. That will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. Henry up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Here's Jackson to throw.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
31 yards.
And the Ravens are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Garrett Stingley picks it.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And Stroud now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Stroud being chased out left. This one left side caught by Collins. Still going. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Nico Collins with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. It's caught at the 1. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Or are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 35-yard line.
Shot! 180! What is shot? 180! What is shot? Go ahead.
Jackson. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 64 yards. And the Ravens are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Ravens 36, Texans 18.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stroud. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Nnamdi Madubuike able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now 3rd down and very long. Operating from the gun. Stroud. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not. And this is going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And that is incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Stroud working out of the gun. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
1st down, Houston.
Here goes Stroud again. And he's caught. Touchdown, Texans. Brevin Jordan, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans use the short field to get in for 6.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. Stroud to throw it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Fights through and now a crease. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Good for a Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Steps away. That's caught. It's Flowers. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A very solid gain of 27. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Luke now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
23, Texans 26.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini-losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, and who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Stroud will look to throw once more. Flush to his right. This is caught. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
On the quick, right?
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Ravens, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.